This title is hella disrespectful. God damn. The millionaire skateboarder who became a broke rapper. God.
That's the title?
Yes. The audacity of this nigga to title this shit is crazy. We all know Jeremy Rogers, amazing skateboarder. I met him a couple of times. He's a cool dude from what I met him. But yeah, he apparently quit skateboarding. That's what y'all saying, to pursue rapping. And for some reason, y'all are so upset about that shit. It's fucking hilarious how mad the skate industry got about it. This nigga really triggered these niggas, bro.
The skate industry doesn't like anyone in skateboarding to do anything else
I know.
in their life.
But I bet
that's what we found out.
I guarantee you, if the nigga decided to do some rock music, they wouldn't have said shit, bro. Because I remember when I was on Element and shit, they wasn't fucking with me doing the music. They actually had a meeting with me. They was like, you got to stop doing the music. And I was like, no, that's what I really like to do. You know, no offense to Element. That's the way y'all want to roll and shit. I understand it. But I was like, no, that's what I really wanted to do. But what kept irking me about that, I'm just like, y'all tripping on me doing rap music, but y'all got like, what is it, Evan Smith? That's his name?
Yeah. Oh, he makes like rock
he doing
music.
rock shit, got a band and all that other shit, nigga. I'm just like, okay, y'all ain't saying shit to this nigga. But whatever. To each his own. We're gonna watch this video. I haven't seen it. I want to see what the fuck they got to say about Jeremy Rogers. That's
another hater.
Started. I don't know if it dude's hating or not, or he just saying some
just
shit he searched up.
Yeah.
But we'll
Telling
see.
the story.
This is Jeremy Rogers. Not that long ago, he was one of the top pros in skateboarding and was making millions of dollars off of sponsorships, endorsements, and contest money.
He really was making that money?
He grew up as a child prodigy and rose to be one of the most renowned pros in the skateboarding industry. Jeremy put out several iconic video parts, won some of the biggest contests in skateboarding, and had some of the best sponsors a skater could want. He was easily among the top pros of the time, but unlike other pros who went on to cement their legacy in skateboarding, he's essentially been forgotten about altogether. This is how Jeremy Rogers grew to be one of the biggest skateboarders in the world in a few short years and made the conscious decision to throw it all away.
Throw it all away.
That's crazy how they put that into words.
He decided to throw it all away, guys.
Throw it all away. We'll see if he actually did. Damn, nigga, can you hurry up and start speaking?
Trying to be all dramatic. A child prodigy.
How old are you? 16. And where are you from again, you little bastard?
Damn.
Hella mean.
Jeremy Rogers grew up skating just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. For most skaters, it takes years to reach a decent skill level, let alone get to the point of being sponsored, but Jeremy gained
Apparently not the Japanese
almost right
kids.
away. He
They're
first
just
started
born
skating
good.
at the age of 13, and by the time he was 14, he was already sponsored. Despite only earning $350 a month, or around
How does he
$600
know
when you
these
account
exact
for
numbers?
inflation, the fact that he even got sponsored at all in such a short time frame is still impressive. He was still really young,
Kinda low-key
but he was
looking like
progressing
Jeff right
fast,
there.
and he ended up getting noticed by a few members of the DVS shoe team while skating in a demo. This led him to getting invited on a future skate tour, which would be a pivotal moment in his career. Although he was already talented and had a few small sponsors, skating with pros helped him get better even faster, and it also put him on the radar of larger skate companies. Even with his young age, Jeremy Rogers was one of the most promising up-and-coming skateboarders, and he was at the point where companies were starting to take notice.
Could never fakey flip shit like that.
That's a fixed air set. What's he saying? Is this nigga?
That was the start of his music career.
Is
he speaking your language?
Speaking in sign language?
Full time. He was getting more attention from big sponsors, and he also started putting out footage in several iconic skate videos. Eventually, he would turn pro in 2005, shortly after winning Transworld Magazine's Rookie of the Year award. By this point, Jeremy Rogers was a big name in skateboarding and was part of an entirely new wave of skaters. It just so happened that as his career was starting to take off, skateboarding was going into a massive expansion. The level of tricks being done was far more difficult, and skateboarding as a whole was getting a lot more exposure. This meant the skateboarding was better, the companies were bigger, and a ton of money was being made. For example, in 2006, Jeremy got paid $50,000 just to produce his own skate video. Unfortunately, after expenses, he didn't actually turn a profit on the video, which would almost foreshadow some of his later career decisions, but it goes to show the level of money that was going around. The point is, this was a time in skateboarding when people were earning massive amounts of money, which was previously unheard of. Throughout
I was
the
never pro or
mid-2000s,
anything,
Jeremy continued to put out skate videos and competed in most of the major contests. He would often win or place in the top 5 in contests such as Tampa Pro, the X Games, and the Dew Tour. Around this time, he also started making media appearances in several different TV shows. As a skateboarder, he was pretty much killing it in all aspects. This isn't to say that he was the #1 skater in the world, but he was definitely up there, and he was still somewhere early on in his career.
It's a big-ass
Then,
hubba.
at the age of 24, Jeremy Rogers called up all of his sponsors on the same day and canceled his contracts. Overnight,
That's what he
literally
did?
Did he
went from
really?
being one of the best skaters in the
It's
industry
not like they
to
dropped
not
him. He
skating at all.
actually.
This is something that had never happened in skateboarding at the time, and honestly, nothing like it has happened since.
Everyone looking young as shit.
This nigga said chapter 2. The end of a career.
For several years before he retired, Jeremy Rogers was earning over $700 grand a year.
Damn,
Nice
dude.
cars like a brand new Aston Martin, and he would even wear a $20,000 gold chain. The lifestyle he lived
Is
was
that DVS chain?
Why y'all let this nigga buy that chain? Why y'all let this nigga buy that big ass chain?
And it's for DVS.
completely new in skateboarding, and making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year as a skater was previously unheard of. I really can't stress enough that he was at a level
rapper
of
money.
success in skateboarding that only a small amount of people ever reach. He was arguably one of the best skaters of his generation, and his peers at the time have all gone on to become legends in the skateboarding industry. All of this is to say that when he decided to quit, it was a huge shock to pretty much everyone. In the world of skateboarding, professional skateboarders do retire, but they don't do it the way he did. Sometimes pros retire after getting hurt.
What did
sometimes-
he
Wait,
do?
can I
He
pause
had-
it? Can I pause it? Can I pause it? Can I pause it? Hold on, we gotta rewind this shit real quick.
What is that?
This nigga. Look at that
Oh, Rick.
flyer. Jeremy Rogers officially retirement party. Wednesday, June 17, 2009. Also
Damn.
celebrating the issue release party of Skateboard Magazine. Red carpet arrivals, etc. This nigga threw a retirement party too?
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. The fuck? Diamond was making shirts like that? Ew.
when they start getting older, and sometimes it's a combination of factors. The thing is, when a pro skater retires,
Peace
there's
sign.
usually a logical reason that most people can understand. With Jeremy Rogers, this definitely wasn't the case. About 2 years prior to quitting, Jeremy started rapping and making music. This is something he kept on the down low though, and the majority of skaters had no idea. As time went on, he found himself wanting to make music more and more, and he said that eventually, skateboarding started feeling like a job.
Damn.
Then, according to him, around 2 weeks before he called his sponsors and quit, he had an epiphany while on mushrooms and decided
Let me
he
pause it
wanted
real
to
quick.
make
I'm sorry. Wait, what he
Yeah,
said
that-
on mushroom. Skateboarding starting to feel like a job. Nigga, you making damn near $1 million a year. It's gonna be a fucking job at this point. Nigga.
Yeah.
God
That's like-
damn, I'm sorry.
That's a pretty good paying job for doing something that's like fun to you.
I'm like,
That's
bro,
crazy.
I get it though. Like, nah, nigga, nah, that's nah. 700,000, whatever, nigga.
music full time. He had no money saved, no backup plan. All he knew was that he wanted to be a music artist. Now, in some industries, there is the ability to cross over. Athletes become actors, actors become musicians, musicians become business owners, and for the
Yeah,
most
he
part,
definitely could
no
do
one
it.
thinks twice when it happens. In skateboarding, though, people tend to be less forgiving. When Jeremy finally pulled the plug on skating,
Apparently,
he also started releasing his music publicly,
skaters are
and let's just
assholes.
say that it wasn't the best received.
Not him. I'm talking about
Top
the
peeled
industry.
back, no roof, yeah, we killing
Again, Jeremy Rogers was an elite skateboarder.
I've never heard
He was
any of
at
his
a
music.
level that millions of skateboarders would love to be at.
I mean, it's not like-
Magnum's what I fit. Often they still rip. Whatever he said. I'm like, ugh.
I mean, it's not bad, but I think the skaters just hate on people
No,
who
that
try
bar
to
is
do anything.
horrible, nigga. Magnum's what I fit. Often they still rip.
I'm not an artist.
I think you about to say I don't wear
Sound
Magnums. I
fire to
wouldn't
me.
know.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I definitely don't wear Magnums or anything
Not
for that
only
matter. I
was
got
he
2
a pro
kids.
skater, which is a major accomplishment in and of itself, but he was one of the top pros in the industry. Because of the position he was in, seeing him walk away to make music made a lot of skaters angry. And when I say a lot of skaters, I mean the overwhelming majority. In their eyes, he was wasting his potential.
Hold
and
on,
he
let me
was
pause it
trying to be
again.
some-
I can only imagine all the bullshit this nigga was getting. I wasn't even pro. I wasn't getting paid from skateboarding, nigga, besides my YouTube videos. And niggas was mad at me when I just started rapping. I didn't quit skateboarding. I
Yeah.
was just like, nigga, this is what I want to do. I've been doing music since I started skateboarding. I made my first rap when I started skateboarding the same year and everything. I just started taking it more serious because that's what I really want to fucking do. And I knew I was going to get good at this shit like I am now. This nigga had almost $1 million a year at a retirement party and said, fuck skateboarding, I'm going to do this. So I can see
Damn.
why people get mad. But I don't understand the way they was harassing this nigga for just trying to do what the fuck he wanted to do, bro. And if he really wanted to, he could have said, fuck all y'all niggas. All right, I'm going to stop the rap shit right now and come back and shit on y'all niggas on skateboarding. Yeah. That's how good he is. If he would have did that, I would have been dying.
He wasn't. Not only that, but for the most part, skaters also just didn't like his music. The first few songs Jeremy put out
One more time. I got pause again. How is he trying to be something that he wasn't? How the fuck you know what he is? Just because he wanted to rap, that doesn't mean he ain't rapping. If you guys don't like the music, that's a whole different thing. That's y'all opinion. But he's trying to be something that he ain't.
Yeah.
Nigga, I hate when people say some shit like that. You don't know this nigga life.
The most polished, so when people found out that's why he quit, they weren't too happy. After his announcement, he got hundreds, if not thousands of negative comments. The crazy thing is, Jeremy genuinely thought that people would support his decision, and he was actually surprised when they didn't. Public opinion of him flipped pretty much overnight, and he went from being one of the most loved skaters to one of the most hated. This wasn't a short-term reaction either. Over the next few years, the hate would continue to pile on, and the transition from skater to musician was far from an easy one.
Hella dramatic.
You just can't wear hats like that, though. It's ridiculous.
Like fedoras and shit. Yeah, fedoras are weird.
After retiring from skateboarding, Jeremy Rogers had a string of incidents that didn't really help public opinion. Less than a year after quitting, Jeremy returned to skating by launching his own brand, which featured parody graphics mocking other top companies. Most average skaters were already angry that he quit, and when he came back with parody graphics of other companies, a lot of industry skaters got mad as well. As
wait, he made that? I thought someone else made that.
This was a relatively minor event. For example, in 2012, Jeremy got arrested in a New York City hotel where he accidentally took the wrong medication and ended up running naked down the hall. He did apologize for it and admitted to messing up, but it didn't really change how people felt. 2 years after that, he was arrested again when he was accused of fighting someone in an LA nightclub.
Sounds some jackass
he denied
level
being
of
involved,
fuckery.
but thanks to those charges, along with a combination of old traffic charges, he ended up serving 3 months in LA County Jail. Then, around 2018, he had a very public ongoing feud with Nigel Houston, who's arguably one of the best skaters of all time. Nothing ever came of the feud, but Jeremy made several videos about the situation, and it just wasn't the best look. It seemed like every time Jeremy Rogers got brought up, it was because of some new controversy.
That's the weirdest beef ever.
Whether any of these incidents were actually his fault is up for debate, but the point is, the first few years after he retired didn't go the smoothest. The skate community felt like he wasted his talent to try to be a rapper, and then got strung out partying, and eventually went downhill. Millions of kids would love to be a rich pro skater, so seeing someone achieve their dream just to throw it away for something that they thought was stupid naturally caused a lot of animosity. The thing is, most skaters never took the time to hear Jeremy's side of the story. The majority of people just heard that he quit skateboarding to make music, and then they heard about the occasional controversy for the next few years. Now, if all you gathered from his story were the headlines, it's easy to form a negative opinion. Once you dig a little deeper though, the reason why he decided to quit is a little more understandable.
I can only imagine. What's the reason though?
Chapter Ivy.
Did you not have enough? You're Aston Martin, this and that.
Now you want
Holmes, you did not have enough. That's not enough. You want this other thing. You know, it's like that. Right. They're not looking at it as it's a passion based. Like, no, I just want to be doing what I want to do. It's just like you have what I want to have, and you throw it out the window to go do this thing. It doesn't matter.
In the years following his retirement, Jeremy Rogers has done plenty of interviews where he's talked about his life and career. In these interviews, he's mentioned several times how when he quit skateboarding, he genuinely thought he was doing the right thing. He could have easily milked it for a few more years just for the sake of the money, but instead, he decided to pursue music full-time because that's what he wanted to do. He said before that he doesn't care if he's the worst music artist in the world, he just wants to be known as a music artist. In the eyes of skaters, he threw away something that they could only dream of, but in the eyes of Jeremy, he just switched from one passion to the next. Perhaps it was a bad financial decision, and maybe most people would regret it, but it seems like Jeremy is pretty happy with the way things worked out. He's talked openly about how losing his sponsors and moving back with his mom actually taught him how to manage money and allowed him to grow as a person. To this day, Jeremy still has a bit of an eccentric nature, and he might even be a little delusional, but he does seem to enjoy what he's doing. It's easy to read a few headlines and make a quick decision, but if you take the time to listen to interviews, he's not nearly
just got
as
hella
bad
hoes
as many
around him.
people
Yeah,
assume.
dude, go ahead, young man.
Skateboarders would have preferred him to continue his path in skateboarding, but he seems convinced that he's much better off after quitting. Most skaters wouldn't throw away a $1 million skate career to become a rapper, but at the end of the day, that was the decision that Jeremy Rogers made, and he seems to be happy with it.
Show.
All right. That was very informational. Yeah. I mean, what I got to say about that is, nigga, do whatever the fuck you want. It's your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to do the music shit, do the music shit. But people go say what the fuck they gonna say. You get me? Trust me, I know. But
I know you know.
As long as you put that, the thing about skateboarders that y'all gotta understand, and I'm sure he knows it too. If you can learn how to skate, if you can learn how to fucking kickflip, let alone turn pro like this nigga, the discipline in that and getting that good, bro, you apply that to anything, you could get there. You feel me? You just gotta go through the bullshit. And what sucks about the whole skateboarding world and shit, they don't, bro, y'all don't fucking, and I'm not saying all y'all, but y'all don't support shit. Now, y'all don't even support yourselves. All y'all do is talk shit mainly, and like, y'all don't even want skateboarding to like go to a more broad stance in this fucking world. Y'all keeping it boxed up. We gonna end up turning to these fucking rollerbladers when nobody give a fuck about us, bro. And the scooter niggas go take over. They don't act like that. It's fucking crazy, bro. Whatever, nigga. I support it, nigga. You wanna make music, make the fucking music, but nigga, do not stop. If you're watching this video, Jeremy Rogers, you better not fucking stop doing music. Go hard, nigga. It's the best time to making the music right now, too. Do this shit your damn self, nigga.
Yep.
Tight shit.
No better time than now. Type shit.
All right, 111, y'all. Y'all subscribe. Like the video. I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's video.